Hey everybody, welcome to my ARC. There's a process for getting really cool armor that doesn't cost a lot to repair that is using the Upgrade Station mod, Upgrade Station, Augment Station, and Blueprint Station. And I didn't know about it until last night, basically. And I think this is documented in other places, but the one place that I saw it, it was a little bit hard for me to follow and so I wanted to make a video of it real quick. Now, unfortunately, I've already started the process, and I don't really want to go through it all again. Um, I didn't even think about making this video, and honestly, I didn't even know if it would work at first. But I want to explain what's going on because I got these in drops. These are really high level pieces of flak armor. I've got some other pieces as well. But notice the cost for repairing. This one is, the durability is 711 out of 1150. So it's well above half damaged, or half, not damaged, I guess. And look at that repair cost. The metal ingot to repair this is just ridiculous. Now it lasted a long time, and it's got really good stats. The hypothermic insulation's really good, the durability's really good, the armor's really good, obviously. The hyperthermic insulation is really good. I also made these, and I upgraded these, so I spent a lot of time and effort making these. So they're good armor, but then I can't see the repair costs on those because they haven't been worn yet. But those repair costs were just killing me, and that riot gear takes so much polymer. It's kind of hard to come by. Metal ingot's hard to come by, but polymer's even harder. So basically what I did is I decided to try this method out, and you really just make whatever armor you want. And I really like the flak armor. I like to paint the armor, and it looks a little better when you paint it anyway, and it's decent armor. So I make flak armor, and normally after I got this upgrade station mod, I would put the armor in there, and you can see I've started upgrading armor. Like some of these I got out of drops, but I put them in here to upgrade them. I built these, and I was just going to upgrade them until I couldn't upgrade them anymore. And then I saw this deal where you can kind of use this upgrade station and crafting bonuses to your benefit. I never would have thought of this. So the first step is you have to mind wipe and get up to 500% crafting skill. You can do whatever you want with the other crafting skills, but this is where you're going to get crafting bonuses that I've never even bothered using before. Then you throw your items in here, which I did, and this takes a while, but you throw all your items in here and you build. Basically what I did is I built armor reagents to increase armor, so those take a decent amount of fiber, hide, and polymer. And I think on flak armor, or primitive flak, I think I got it up to 300 armor on everything, if I remember correctly. There's maximum levels, and then it won't let you do it anymore. So instead of building like a whole bunch of these, I built basically 5 to 10 at a time, and I would go through and just apply them to each one individually, or whichever one was the lower armor or whatever, until I got them maxed. I did the same thing with the hypothermic insulation, got them maxed out at, I think 40 was the maximum that I could do on primitive, and then durability, and 420 was the maximum that you could do on primitive. I know that the values are different now because I've been doing the next part of it, but basically those are the three that you do. It takes a long time, you've got to gather a lot of resources, but I think it is worth it. And I tried to do the hyperthermic, but they were already at their max. They're not very good hyperthermic insulation. So once you get those max out in those 3 areas, or 4 if you can do the hyper on whatever armor you're doing, you take them out, and you throw them in the blueprint station. And this is the stage I'm at. I've done this however many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've done it like 9 times. This is the 10th time, I guess. 9 times. And essentially, you just create a blueprint out of each one. And then you gather all this stuff up. You get a little bit of your resources back. You come back over to the smithy. You pop all the resources and the blueprints into the smithy. And then you just start crafting one of each. And what you'll notice is this blueprint, the armor level is 486.4, but you get a crafting bonus, and it seems to be random. Sometimes the armor barely goes up, but this one went up. The durability went up. The hypothermic insulation went up. So everything basically is going up, except for that hyperthermic insulation isn't getting any better. Which I wish I could help that, but on Ragnarok I don't spend much time in the desert, so it's not that big of a deal. And you rinse and repeat. Now, you should eventually probably destroy these blueprints, but from my OCD won't allow me to, and at least not yet. I'll probably go through and throw a bunch of them out here in a bit, but yes, essentially I don't want to, just in case something goes wrong in the process. There is a maximum armor you can get in the primitive level. I think it's over 700, and I'm going to get each of these up to, you know, about 700, and then probably call it good, which we're getting close now. And the real beauty of this, I believe, is that you can see the crafting cost is still primitive level. It's not based on the armor or anything. It's based on the level of the item, and the repair costs should be pretty low whenever these things get damaged. But we're still getting really good durability, really good armor, really good hypothermic insulation, and so that's the real beauty, I think, of what's going on here. So yeah, see, this one didn't go up very much. This one went up a lot. This one didn't go up very much at all. This one went up a little bit. This one went way up. Holy smokes, that one's almost maxed, I believe. But we're getting into durability and armor levels that are very similar to the Ascendant stuff that I found in drops. If I look here, I don't have a helmet here, but anyway, this one's 715 and the durability is 892. That one's not very close. Yeah, none of these are very close. I think if I had my other helmet in there, it would be good. But yeah, that's the real benefit of it. And again, the basic steps are you craft whatever you want in the smithy, or I guess you could even do it in your crafting menu if you just wanted like leather. But either craft it in your menu, in the crafting menu, the smithy, or the fabricator, depending on what you're wanting. Don't go to the upgrade station. Throw it in the augment station, right, and get it augmented. This is going to take a very long time. Then once you have it maxed out on everything, or at least where you want, then you throw it in the blueprint station. You get your blueprints. You take your blueprints and materials, put them in wherever it was that you, I guess if it's blueprints, you can't do it in the crafting station, or in the crafting menu. So, you know, after that first step, if you're just doing, you know, leather, you're going to have to slap the blueprint in the smithy, and make it. But you get the idea. Put the blueprint wherever it is that you need to craft it, craft the new item, get the crafting bonus, either destroy or store the old blueprints, run directly back to the blueprint station, make new blueprints, take those blueprints and materials back to wherever you have to craft them, make new ones, rinse and repeat until you are satisfied. And that is the entire process. Okay, and just to show the end of this process, I'm on my last piece now. I decided, I don't know if it's a percentage based thing or what, but I haven't hit the max armor yet on these. And I just decided that I would take it up to over 1,000 armor, and then make one last blueprint, and then make my copies. So there we've got over 1,000. So we can destroy this blueprint. I've started dropping the blueprints too. As you can see, I'm dropping them all over the place. There's a bunch outside too, because it was getting too confusing to try to sort through the blueprints. But now we've got our final blueprint, and I'll go make 2 copies because I'm making a set of armor for me and one for Bullseye. Yep, 2. And then I will keep this last blueprint so that I can always make more copies of these if we need to, if we lose the armor for whatever reason, you know. So I'm going to take the blueprint out of here and then slap it in what's going to become my upgraded blueprint box. And then this, I'll have to make a different box for it. But for right now, I'm keeping my copies in here. So we've got everything's over 1,000, but it's still primitive. And we've got insane durability and absolutely insane hypothermic insulation and armor. So pretty much everywhere I'm going to be going except for the volcano area and the desert area, we're going to be covered with this armor. Second to last thing on the subject, and then I will let you go. I want to show how many blueprint iterations I did on this crossbow, which did have a cap, but anyway, you can see the jumps were kind of small to start with, but they start increasing as you go because you're getting a higher the same percentage roughly off of higher values. But after 11 iterations, I capped it out. So the armor is going to be a little bit different. You may have one or two more or fewer iterations because there is some random chance involved. But yeah, essentially I can dump all of these, keep the last one, and be done with the crossbows. But anyway, 11 iterations is what it took me on the blueprint process itself. One more thing that I should explain that you can do with this upgrade system is for your ascendant or your high level stuff that you don't need anymore because there's a better way, you can throw it in here and you can salvage items and you get quite a bit of stuff for them. See, look, oh man, that was awesome. So since I'm not going to use this stuff, I can get lots and lots of metal and polymer, which are the things that I struggle to come up with the most. I don't want to do that one. Actually, I can, because I crafted that one and then forgot that I crafted it. That was part of the process that I was going to do. So I'll keep those for now. But anyway, as you can see, I got quite a bit of metal and polymer from those things. So, whoops, I'm still too heavy. I'll just throw this stuff in here for now. But that's a way that, you know, it's still worth going to the drops because you can get all this stuff. And, oh, I didn't do that. Salvage that one. I don't necessarily need fiber and wood as much, but yeah, you can still go to the drops and get the high level stuff and then just salvage it and use it for your augmentations and building the stuff from blueprints, if that makes sense. So it should make sense. I think everybody understands what I'm saying.